Right now, we are rolling into our first official story of the day, and of course, that is Will Smith's exit from the Suicide Squad. So, we have known that James Gunn's take on this film was likely going to be a reboot of sorts, but apparently what the studio was hoping is that its biggest stars, so stars like Will Smith and also Margot Robbie, were going to come back. Clearly, that is not panning out for Will Smith. Suicide Squad is hitting theaters on August 6th, 2021, and production is aiming to begin this fall. So, Ash, first off, does this news surprise you at all, or did you expect James Gunn to kind of start with a clean slate as far as the ensemble goes?
I mean, we had heard the rumblings that James Gunn was going to kind of do like a recasting kind of thing, but I am kind of bummed. Like, there was... Say what you will about Suicide Squad. I liked it. You know, I'm one of those few people that I guess did. But I thought it had a really strong cast. Like, I love Harley Quinn. I love Deadshot. I love Will Smith in anything he wants to do. Like, even his Instagram is just amazing. So, yeah, that does bum me out. And it looks like was that due to that's what the studio wanted him and he can't do it?
It's a scheduling conflict.
A scheduling conflict. Is that for like his Facebook Watch series that he just launched? I don't understand.
I believe he's shooting...
I know you don't have all the answers,
He's shooting the Bad Boys movie right now, I think.
Yeah.
But in terms of upcoming projects, you know, I was looking at his IMDb, and of course we see things like Bright 2, which is announced but not actually happening. So, Jeff, do you actually believe the scheduling conflict line, or do you think that was just something to kind of smooth it over? Oh, that smirk.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think? You think that it's like Variety says, the decision was made on amicable terms between both sides with no hard feelings. No hard feelings, guys. It's okay. No, this had nothing to do with scheduling. This is a great decision by Will Smith, the first he's made in a while, because frankly, I think he needs new representation. Yeah, Suicide Squad was an abomination, an unholy abomination, and I'm glad that he's running from it. He should want nothing to do with it, even with James Gunn at the helm.
Harsh words from Jeff Snyder. You heard it here
yeah,
first.
you guys know me. I don't hold back. I'll do respect.
Okay.
I'm glad that you liked it.
I just feel like, I don't know, when I talked to Viola Davis, who played Amanda Waller, like I think at the end of last year, and I was like, how do you feel about James Gunn doing Suicide Squad 2? And she was like, I cannot even contain my excitement. Like, I am so excited. I hope I get to kill off Will Smith. She said that. So I just feel like, I don't know. I would be really excited for James.
They were the two good elements of the movie.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoyed Deadshot, and I really liked Amanda Waller, and I think that Amanda Waller is the one who you need to bring back for Suicide Squad 2. She needs to be the connective tissue overseeing another squad or whatever. But yeah, like it's like if you weren't going to bring back everybody, and you're only going to have like Will or Margot, like I don't see why Will would do that.
I mean, given another story that we're going to talk about next, it does seem like, you know, interconnectivity between films isn't a priority for them. And if you only bring back Amanda Waller, it does seem really easy to at least still call this movie a Suicide Squad sequel, but without being beholden to what was created before. And especially when we loop in a director who is as stylish and creative as a James Gunn. Even if he was largely getting the opportunity to do his own thing, I wouldn't want him tied to that original whatsoever. But I was thinking that when he was hired, that just from the cast perspective and maybe wanting to work with him, that some of them would stay on board. And as much as I wouldn't mind seeing Will Smith play Deadshot in another movie, the thought of James Gunn getting to start from scratch to a degree is a little more exciting to me.
Yeah, and I do like the idea, because I think that's the general public didn't know, you know, Guardians that well. The idea of him taking these like deep cut characters that we barely know and giving them life is really exciting to me.
I just feel like the initial speculation was that Will and Margot would return, and now neither one of them are returning, and you might as well just blow it up, essentially. I'm looking at this guy's slate. Aladdin, God knows what is going to happen with Aladdin. Spies in Disguise.
It's gonna be good.
That could work, that animated film with Tom Holland, but it's also not like a marquee animated title.
What's the character in Spies in Disguise? Were they like pigeons or
It's
something?
like, yeah,
or did I make
pigeons.
that up?
Yeah, exactly. I don't even know. Gemini Man, he has a lot riding on Gemini Man. Like that is the Will Smith comeback vehicle. You've got Ang Lee, you know, who does incredible visuals. They have a ton of money going into this production because it's Will and a clone of Will. You know, they're going to de-age him, and then he's got Bad Boys, which is, you know, one of my favorite Will Smith movies / franchises, and I'm glad. I do want to see him back as Mike Lowry, even if I'm not sure what Martin Lawrence is going to look like next to him. So it's like Will Smith is starting to get back on the right track, and I think that he did the right thing by saying no to Suicide Squad. Maybe he pops up somewhere else in the DC universe. Why can't he be Green Lantern or something? Like, I don't know.
I mean, if they are overhauling a significant amount of the series right now, I don't see why they couldn't bring him back in another role. I just wonder if, you know, given the experience working on Suicide Squad, which whether you liked it or not, it didn't really, it made a lot of money, but it didn't really leave the best taste in your mouth
didn't
overall.
connect with people for whatever reason. Yeah.
So I don't know if he would be eager to jump back into a role and a commitment like that.
I think Will, I don't know what he needs to do, and who am I to say it, but he needs to get back to a prestige movie. He needs to remind everybody that he's Will Smith, who did The Pursuit of Happiness and Ali, and try to go after an Oscar nomination again. That's what I would do if I were him, because we know that Will Smith can open a movie and do these big 4-quadrant blockbusters and tentpoles. Like, show me what else you got. It's been a while. Remind me.
Do you see Gemini Man having any sort of Oscar clout at this point?
It could, but it doesn't scream awards movie to me.
Yeah, it doesn't really to me either, minus the pairing of Will Smith and Ang Lee.
Right.